I will introduce myself. My name is Lily Suryani. You can call me Lily. And I'm from a student of English Department of Bilford University in Lamongan. Okay, today I will explain about what is embedded learning and therapy can lab what is embedded learning. Embedded learning is an educational method that has been around for a while in primary education. And then in this method, one does not only offer an intellectual way of teaching, but also involve the whole body. One counting of the example doing much while throwing small bags of sand to each other by making of its physical by teaching material will be more effective. It's the good idea. It is a fun way learning too. Okay, thank you. And the next.
Okay guys, I want to explain about who usually can use it. Back again in the meaning of embodied learning. Embodied learning is movement of the body. I think all of teachers can use the technique because the technique is easy for understanding to students, especially for the children. Why? Because the children more interesting if the teacher use embodied learning in classroom. Example, the teacher practice wash the hand and the teacher explain step by step wash the hand, and then the student accompany the teacher practice wash the hand. And I mean the embodied learning doesn't make bored in this classroom.
Next is about the appropriate time to do embodied learning. Even though the embodied learning is usually used for children, but it can be used for adults too. Especially for children, they will be bored for studying easily because when they are studying, just sit and listen what the teacher is saying about the lesson. To prevent that happen in the classroom, we can apply embodied learning when the students need more concentration or do not have concentration anymore. Because when we do embodied learning, minimally the students are intellectually, physically, or socially engaged, then automatically the students will improve their concentration and certainly they will understand what the teacher is saying about.
Next, embodied learning refers to pedagogical approaches that focus on the non-mental factors involved in learning and that signal the importance of the end feelings. The chapter includes a wide conceptualization of embodied learning, including arts and science-based learning, new approaches to physical education and the maker culture movement. Then the discussion focused on key elements in the effective implementation of embodied learning pedagogies, including the identifications of particular trends that need to be addressed. One area of special interest is the need to rethink the way physical education and arts are taught in schools, and to use these domains as platform for introducing new pedagogies and fostering new cognitive skills in the whole curriculum. The chapter ends with two dimensions that are key for planning and integrating embodied learning in the school. the scale of implementations, and the level of expertise required.
Why is embodied learning suggested to use? CRIS, Center for Educational Research and Innovation. Embodied learning refers to pedagogical approach that focus on the non-mental factors involved in learning. And that signal is so important for the body and feelings. This chapter includes a wide conceptualization of embodied learning, including arts, design, which base in learning, new approach to physical education, and the maker culture movement. Then, the discussion focused on key elements in the effective implementation of embodied learning pedagogies, including the identification of particular challenges that need to be addressed. One area of special interest is the need to rethink the way physical education and arts are taught in school, and to use these domains as platforms for introducing new pedagogies and fostering non-cognitive skill in the whole curriculum.
Next, how to apply embodied learning to your classes. Embodied learning is a method that has been around for a while in primary education. This method used the whole of body to apply the material, so I'm going to give you an example about embodied learning in our classroom. For the example, when the teacher teaches the material vocabulary of part of body, when the teacher says head, nose, ear, hair, hand, the teacher also asks the student for touching or holding what they said. This material is so powerful. In this method, you don't need to ask your student for memorizing. You only need to repeat it many times.